Hi, I'm David Mulligan, and this is the Writers Bloc with Virtual Channel Network. Welcome. Today we are going to look at The Postman, written by Brian Helgeland. If you don't know who Brian Helgeland is, he also did LA Confidential and a whole bunch of movies. This guy is definitely a powerhouse screenwriter in the industry. You should definitely go to IMDb and check him out and see what he's done. But let's get right into the script. I want to go over two scripts. I want to go over The Postman today, and on another day we're going to go over his other script, LA Confidential. Now why? Why do two screenplays from the same writer? Well, there's a lot of good reasons. I'm sure you can think of good reasons to do that. However, there's a nice little significance here. Both movies, The Postman with Kevin Costner, if you remember, and LA Confidential, came out in the same year, written by the same screenwriter. Well, the interesting part about that is he won the Oscar for LA Confidential. Not bad. In the same year, he won the Razzie for The Postman, which is not really a shock. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Kevin Costner a lot. Dances with Wolves, even Waterworld I like. I know, but I liked Waterworld, I'm sorry. And The Postman is very much in the same vein as Waterworld, except instead of taking place on water, why would you shoot a movie on water? It takes place in America, post-apocalyptic. I don't know if you saw the movie. The movie bombed. In fact, I think they, just like Waterworld, they attacked the movie before it even came out. Why, I'm not sure. Political, who knows? I'm not really sure. But I do notice a lot of similarities. You can definitely see the kind of projects, at the time anyway, that Kevin Costner was going for. So let's get into The Postman, and let's take a look at, now remember, this script turned into a pretty unprofitable movie. Maybe. I don't really know. I didn't really look at the numbers. But for all intents and purposes, The Postman is not the kind of movie that you want to throw in your pitch. You know, oh, I've written this really great movie. You're going to love it. It's just like The Postman. I don't like that. You got to pick movies that do something. So why are we looking at The Postman if it turned into such a bad movie? Well, it turns out, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just biased, but you should read the script. Where do you get the script? IMSDB, International Media Screenplay Database. It's part of IMDb, but it's IMSDB. And you can go on there and you can get both scripts. You can get The Postman on there, and you can get LA Confidential on there. It makes it very convenient because that's the copy I'm working with. So we can work together. Okay? So let's take a look. Let me make a note here that's very important. The screenplay was written by Brian Helgeland and Eric Roth. But I'm kind of focusing on Brian. I hope that I don't make any hypothesis that has to do more with Eric than it does with Brian. But just for intents and purposes of looking at the words on the page, we'll just look at it from that point of view. Hopefully I won't catch too much flack from that. All right, let's start. Lots to talk about. Let's go to page 1. First paragraph, the last sentence. His name forgotten. History remembers him simply as The Postman. Love it, love it, love it. Think about that. This is a main character, and we don't even know the man's name. Love it. Think about that. That's really, really interesting to do it that way. And also to put it in the sort of flavor of an apocalyptic future where even records are lost, that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Something to consider. Let's go look at the dry riverbed lower and see how he describes that. I like what he does. A bizarre windswept sight. Dozens of boats resting lee to on the dry, cracked earth. It's like God pulled the plug. Rusty mooring chains snake their way around houseboats, ski boats, and a cabin cruiser or two. Now, if you look at the scene in the movie, there's really not much there. It's very quick. It's probably a plate shot anyway. But I like the way he put it here because we're starting off the movie and we get a good, clear flavor of what this world is like very quickly. At the bottom, you'll also see where he says, the last sentence on the page, it says, "We begin to get the feeling that soon these boats will be tugging at the mooring chains once again," because it's starting to rain, and in the future there's this weird kind of weather, I'm assuming. At least that's what I'm getting from it. And it's really, really interesting. But notice that in these, when he explains this, it's not just action description. He is this. It looks like this. No, he puts a little bit flair, like we get the feeling that. History remembers him simply as the postman. Those are sort of from writer to reader sort of statements. You don't actually see it in the movie, but does it carry the flavor of what's happening, the thematic essence of it? I think so. At least as a reader, it affects me, and I like it, and I want more. Thanks for joining me for another installment of the Writers Bloc on Virtual Channel Network. I'm David Mulligan. I'll see you next time. And remember, if you can put words on the page, you're not blocked.